FinTen fam, it is day 58, which means we are out of the teens now. We have 12 days to go, just under 2 weeks. And even though that may not seem like a lot, and it's not really, still makes a big difference. So make sure you keep it up. It's just under 20% of the challenge left over. But we are soon to head into those single digits. As I mentioned at the beginning of the challenge, it goes by super fast. 70 days seems like a lot, but really it's not. Today I want to talk to you about glutamine. I carry two glutamine products. One is Magnum G. The other one is a product called Glutamine by a company, ATP Lab. Of course, you know ATP Lab. So let's talk about this. This is another product that I think is super, super important to have. I take this up to 3 times per day. If I'm training, I take it 3 times per day. If I'm not working out with weights, I just take it twice per day. So why would you want to take a product like this? Why would you want to take glutamine? And by the way, this product is actually not just glutamine. It's glutamine and glycine in a 4-to-1 ratio. So for every 5 grams, you get 4 parts glutamine, 1 part glycine. And this is basically they work in conjunction with each other, most notably for your immune system. So let's talk about this. Why is glutamine important? Glutamine can temporarily increase your growth hormone production. It's a key player in protein synthesis. It will support muscle growth. I mean, essentially, it's a precursor to anabolism in the body. And this is not just muscle growth. This can be especially useful when you're recovering from any sort of injury. There's been studies with this on burn victims and how much faster, or it's shown how much faster burn victims recover from their injuries when using large amounts of glutamine. It helps with the acid-base balance of the kidneys. So it's very good for your kidneys, and it's also very good for your gut lining, without going into too much detail, but it supports a healthy gut. So good thing to take in the morning, after you work out, and before you go to bed. Now, when it comes to the immune system, this, I don't know how much detail I want to go into here. So I'm going to keep this brief here. It helps with things like lymphocyte proliferation and cytokine production, macrophage production, and neutrophil bacterial killing. So basically different types of white blood cells. It helps with the production and the proliferation of different types of white blood cells. And this is obviously makes up a huge part of our immune system. This is one of the best supplements you can take for immune system health. The glycine in there, this is essential for, again, the production of immune cells, specifically leukocytes. And again, this is really a term for different types of white blood cells, including white blood cells like lymphocytes, monocytes. What else do I have here? Lymphocytes, monocytes, and macrophages, granulocytes. Okay, so very, very good for your immune system. Again, I personally take this 3 times per day. If you were to take this, I would highly recommend that you take it in the morning and after you train. Those would be the 2 times. I also take it before bedtime. If you take it before bedtime, you may notice too, you have a little bit more, your dreams are a little bit more vivid. More of your feedback, so let's get into it here because I know I am behind. So this person asks, how can I stay asleep a bit longer? I'm tired, but can't seem to be able to sleep at least 8 hours. You may not need 8 hours. So I would be curious to know how much sleep you're getting. If you're getting 7, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I would be more concerned with of course the total amount matters, but also the quality of your sleep. And if any of you have one of those, oh, I forgot the name of them. There's a ring that you can wear that monitors your sleep. I'm sure there's a bunch of different things you can use. I think Apple Watches monitor your sleep. Good thing to note or to look at would be, how is the quality of your sleep? So pay attention to that. If you're getting the 7 hours, like here you say 8 hours, if you're getting 7 hours, I wouldn't be too concerned with it. Maybe try to get 7 hours and maybe a nap in the day. As I said, I'd be more concerned with the overall quality. This person writes, I've been measuring all my food from garlic to onions. Is it necessary to measure garlic and onions when it's small amount that I'm using? No, not really. I mean, sometimes I have half a cucumber, a quarter cucumber, or something like this. Or I have roughly a cup of spinach. Now, whether it's a cup and a quarter or 3/4 of a cup, or whether in this case we're talking about an onion. If you had like a whole onion, I would definitely measure that out. If you're having 1/8 of an onion or something, yeah, it's not gonna really make much of a difference. These are not calorie dense foods at all. They're just mainly water. Same with garlic. I don't know if garlic has any calories whatsoever. I gotta look into that, to be honest with you. So yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned with it. As I mentioned, if you're putting a bunch of these things together, if you're having some sort of pretty large salad or something like that, then you may want to consider measuring everything out. And this doesn't apply to all vegetables, of course. If you're having things like tomatoes, carrots, these types of things, yeah, you want to be aware of those, of the amount you're having of those things, because those are a little bit more carbohydrate dense. Okay, message of the day on this day 58. It's not a popular one. It's not a popular one at all, but I'm going to throw it out there. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. But truly, it is our fault. Where we are today is largely, maybe saying it in this way is not the best way, but basically what I'm saying is we are all largely, at least largely, we are all responsible for where we are today. Given that we live in this environment, given that we have so much opportunity, we are all very wealthy. Talking about when we're comparing ourselves to the rest of the people in this world, we are among the wealthiest people in the world. We basically have everything at our fingertips. We don't have to struggle to survive by any means. We have probably more opportunity than we even realize. We probably don't even realize like 95% of the opportunity that we have here. Huge, huge, huge opportunity. And not just that, but everything at our fingertips, including our health. So we really have no excuses if we're unhappy with where we're at. We just have to work harder. Okay? We have to work harder and perhaps a little bit smarter, right? Methodical. Of course, as you all know in this challenge, especially when it comes to diet and everything you're doing, we always want to take a methodical approach to what we're doing and not be emotional about things as well, right? So just a reminder, it is all your fault. And this is a good thing, by the way, because you have control. You have control. And maybe that would be the better message out of all this. You are in control. We are largely in control of our lives. Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, for love, God, give some gratitude, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.